It may be hard to believe, but a number of future movie stars are sitting in Gibbon, Nebraska right now, just waiting for their big break into showbiz.
Like a lot of Tinseltown's finest, they're made out of plastic. But these movie stars are rarely temperamental, and they always hit their mark.
And Lance Schwartz joins us now with the latest edition of Lance's Journal. Lance?
Thanks, guys. Kyle Volan originally started sculpting and casting with resin materials as a hobby back in 1989. 8 years later, Kyle sold his computer company in Gibbon and started devoting all of his time to Icon Poly. Kyle's first order of business was to create a replica fire hydrant for his firefighting brother. The rest, as they say, is Hollywood hydrant history. You may not have realized it, but you've probably seen them in movies like The Matrix, The Son of the Mask, and Superman. If you've seen a fire hydrant in a movie made by 20th Century Fox or Paramount Pictures, there's a good chance it was made right here in Gibbon, Nebraska. Movie producers love these fire hydrants because they are very realistic and they weigh considerably less than real fire hydrants.
All our 3D pieces are made out of polyurethane.
Kyle Volan is a master creator and sculptor.
If you're watching a movie, pretty much any movie nowadays, if you pick out a fire hydrant, there's a really good chance that that fire hydrant was made here in Nebraska. Because, you know, nothing in the movie is real anymore, and the real ones aren't always where they want them. So they buy the fake ones from us, and they use them in a lot of the street scenes.
One of the first feature films to use one of Kyle's hydrants was Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey in 2003.
Yeah, we got it, we watched it, went through, and you know, then you finally pick it out. And if you weren't looking for it, you might not even see them. You rewind it a couple times, you look at it and go, okay, it's over. Now I don't need to watch the rest of the movie.
The fire hydrants were just the start.
This deer was done for a city down in Texas.
About a third of the Icon Poly pie now involves public art projects.
At the end of the project, the money is going to charities.
From 10-foot-tall guitars on display at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland,
They bought 70 of the guitars from us.
To a truckload of birds for a city down south.
Right now they're making a pelican for Slidell, Louisiana.
Kyle has been married to Danielle for 17 years.
There you go.
He's always artistic and tinkering around, so I thought, oh, it just helps pass his time. I never thought it'd get this big.
Icon Poly produces more than 1,000 replica fire hydrants every year.
It's been exciting. We've been all over the United States. I think there's only 4 states in the U.S. that we have not been to as a family.
You got it all good there?
Yeah.
Kyle, Danielle, and their 3 homeschooled kids put on an average of 70,000 miles a year on their motorhome as they deliver Icon Poly products around America. But business is booming in 2013, and Kyle will hit 100,000 miles in the past 6 months alone as he heads to Ohio tonight. And Icon Poly currently sells 4 different models of those amazing fire hydrant replicas. Kyle says people really love them, but you know what? He says dogs love them even more.
The dogs love them, I can only imagine.
He's sold like 10,000 of these over the past 15 years, and about half of them go to people that like to point their doggies in the right direction.
I think it's funny that they only watch the movie just to see the fire hydrant. Then it's all done. Who cares?
Yeah, that's the star of the show for these guys.
He found his niche. He found his niche. Thanks, Lance, very much. Up next, we'll update your forecast.